feel that, first of all, the public of Barbados has given me their heart. It would be very disloyal to this country that I would try to do such a heinous crime as I see it today to the public of Barbados. I would say to the world in general. Also, let's talk about my family. I will never put my family under the same condition and suffering that I carry them for all these years. So I made a commitment and a vow that I will never, ever again be involved in drugs. My only participation in the drug realm would be advise any young person or any person in general the consequences that these activities would bring not only to themselves but also to the people in general. It is my commitment to go offer myself to any institutions of drug rehabilitations, even schools and churches, anyone who opened the doors for me. I am willing to go and explain and offer the experiences, the bad experiences that I had before and after being in prison. First of all, I have to start painting. I only have about 2 paintings accumulated. But I have to start painting, and once I will have a few paintings done, then I will, yes, I will look forward for an art exhibition alone. Yes, very much so.
What about, you spoke about advising children at schools. Do you plan to, the logical extension of that would be a book?
Yes. I am considering very seriously to write a book about my experiences. I feel that the public of Barbados should be aware what is really going on in prison, the good things and the things that needs to be improved. I'm doing it for the public to know. And I even invited them to participate a little more in this institution that I consider as one of the most important institutions in the country, as well as the police department, of course, and the immigration department. But I feel that the prison is very important because people that you put in prison, eventually they're going to come back into society again. And I think it needs some improvement. But I will explain into my books, and I will explain along the way. I feel that the Barbadian public needs to have it on their own and voice their opinion about the things that is going on. The prison is a very modern, up-to-date infrastructure. Is I would say that maybe it's one of the best prisons in the Caribbean. I feel that I should be very grateful up to now to have the opportunity to be accepted in a country where I wasn't accepted in others. So how can we do such a thing?
Considering that the deportation order is still pending, are there any thoughts of making Barbados, or trying to make arrangements to make Barbados your home? Make Barbados your home?
Well, if there is no other country that will accept me, which we are still trying to find a country, if Barbados decides to make this my home, I will be more than glad to. I feel already here acquainted with the culture, with the society, with the people, And I don't feel comfortable at all to stay here to live. If the law system will accept my permanent residence here.
So you don't feel uncomfortable?
No, I don't feel uncomfortable at all. I feel like I'm at home.
No, I think Barbadians have been expressing a concern because, as Mr. Comic said, he came here as a drug mule. And I think a lot of people are saying, now you're free, what contact will there be from other drug interests to get you back into that life? What assurance can you give Barbadians?
First of all, I really never was a member of any drug cartel that could claim my return to them. I never was before, never been in the time that I participated in this activity. I don't belong to no drug mafias or no cartel. I never want to belong to any such organizations. I am a very independent person, and as an independent person, I have no obligations to nobody. What happened in 1994 happened 19 years ago. I'm sure that the people in those times who remain in the business are all incarcerated with long-term imprisonment, and that's their problem. When I went to prison, nobody came to pay my lawyers, nobody came to pay any fines, I was on my own. And up to this day, I'm still on my own. So there's no such attachment or obligations to nobody. That any fear should come from that source whatsoever. We do have a team of counselors that are excellent professionals. They are doing a tremendous job. I can name another a psychologist and counselor, Mr. Greger, Mr. Lord, Anita Ford, Father Paul, Clement Paul, Alvin Boyce, he's the director of the education. Excellent. And maybe one or two more than I can't remember. These people are doing a tremendous effort. These people are doing a tremendous job. They are very well qualified, and that's the people we need here.
There was some criticism when this whole thing started, but we want to include it. One of the persons who worked in the prison said that you did not participate in rehabilitation programs. Can you talk about that?
I will explain something here. I didn't participate in this particular gentleman rehabilitation center. First, because I am not a drug addict. Never has been. Second, because any man, let me start from the beginning. I admire the female gender very much. I have a tremendous respect for the ladies, not only in Barbados, but around the world. And anytime I hear a man trying to degrade the image of the female gender, that man could never be my counselor. He could never be my advisor, and much less my friend. This might sound a little personal, but it is the truth. Any other counselor in this prison would not say the same thing. I know Mr. Pilgrims, Mr. Lord, Rita Ford, Alvin Boyce, Father Paul, and I never heard from any one of them any special remarks that would go me not participating in the program. I participated in the art class for many years. Oh, I was forgetting one important person, Daphne Jiggins, that she was my first person who introduced me to the art and who I became one of her trustees or orderlies through time, and because of her, I did very good. Also, Miss Bernadine, Carol Bernadine, that came out from Mrs. Jiggets, another wonderful, wonderful lady. As a matter of fact, she was like the mother of the class, Miss Bernadine. So, none of these people has never, up to now, and if they are free to do so up to now, come forward and said anything against my participations in the rehabilitation system. I feel that I did everything. But I would like to add that the interacting with groups who are counseling you is a tremendous support and is a tremendous favor. But the one who really decide this rehabilitation is the individual in itself. Not until the person is really ready to do so. He will not be able to absorb the counseling, no matter how professional it is, to rehabilitate himself. So I think I completed all the requirements that was needed for me to rehabilitate myself.
I think you should specifically state whether the gentleman who expressed the negative report about you, whether he ever counseled you.
No, I would not allow this person to counsel me because of what I just explained right now. And I am sorry to be frank, but that's the way it is. Like I said, I have many others that everyone is free to